Welcome to Sourcecast. I'm Swords of the Wolves.
And I'm Skul.
And we are men.
We are men.
We're referring, of course, to Mulan, a very good animated movie.
And the newest source on Animation Source.
Exactly. Which I was surprised. But it sounds cool. I like the idea.
Love the film.
Yeah, the film's great. I think it deserves a fan site, so why not? You know?
Yeah, and in case you guys were wondering, it's just going to be me and Swords this episode. Anayu and Rusty have taken a short leave of absence for I don't know how long. They don't know how long, but basically we're doing this because we were just as excited as the rest of you to hear another Sourcecast episode, so we decided to just sit down and make one.
Yep. So here we are, pretty much.
Here we are. So yeah, it's just the two of us.
Yep. Just two of us guys chilling out in the because it's Tuesday, January 11th at the time of this recording,
and we're freezing.
Yeah, it just snowed last night. I'm in St. Louis, and Skul is in Lincoln, Nebraska. So yeah, we're up to our knees in snow. It's crazy.
Freezing crazy.
Yeah.
You do not want to go outside in this weather.
Nope.
But it's kind of hard when you live in a dorm and your class is 100 yards away. So.
Yeah, I know that. Even harder when I live in an apartment off campus. Got to commute to school now.
But we're back.
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
Hopefully we'll be able to stay to the schedule this time.
Hopefully.
First of all, hope you enjoyed the Skultacular special. Hopefully there will be more of those.
We had a lot of fun doing that one. We all did scream about as loud as you heard it. So we woke up neighbors and we woke up, everybody.
And in case you were wondering, this is episode 8.
Yep.
Not episode 7. Episode 7 has been recorded, but it's having some difficulties editing from what Rusty said, and it'll be released after this. Somebody tell me how that works.
Yeah, we actually plan to release this episode in November, so we're sorry, guys.
Real sorry.
Shame on us.
Please forgive us. But
Come on, let's not stall anymore. Let's get to this. Come on.
Hopefully they won't be too bored out by hearing just two people.
Well, we'll try to keep it interesting, though.
Keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Beginning with the site and forum news, the first item on the agenda, the Animation Source Awards have been announced.
Uh-huh. You know more about this than I do, so I'll let you talk about this.
Okay. Well, Kane is in charge of most of it. He was one of the guests in episode 6. The Animation Source Awards have been held annually since 2007 or 8?
7, I think.
Okay, 7. Yeah. It honors the best of the artists on Animation Source. In previous years, that has been honoring the best artists on each individual source. This year, it's different. It's going to be honoring the artists on Animation Source as a whole because there are just so many sources. Is it 9 now? Something like that.
Yeah.
So, and it's all fan-based, so the mods aren't going to be picking the winners, and Steep himself won't be picking any of the winners, and based on the judges, even some of the most popular members on the site won't be picking the winners either.
So it's kind of like the People's Choice Awards, except for fan art.
Well, not just fan art, actually. Well, for example, there is just picking one out of here, the Music Awards. The Music Award will be honoring the person that gets the most votes in music. Let me think of how to rephrase that.
So it's like there's a music category, like there are categories. So it's kind of like, best music artist, best, visual artist, best video editor, best, image creator, best.
Yeah, stuff like that. And you can read all about it on the front page of the Animation Source, or by going to the asawards.isgreat.org. Right now we're in the nominating stage. You aren't in the voting stage yet. So if you have a favorite fan art artist, or a favorite fanfic artist, or a favorite image artist, then you can nominate them by PMing a judge. And the judges are as follows. For the general awards, the judge is Zuko the Cat. For the fan art awards, the judge is Emily123. For the fanfic awards, it's Dragon Tamer, arguably one of the most famous fanfic artists on the entire site. For the image awards, it's our very own Anayu Kailestis, who is not here, but if she was here, she'd probably say, "Yay!" So, for the video awards, the judge is Cobalti, I guess?
Cobaltier, I guess.
Okay, Cobaltier. For the music awards, the judge is Nava. For the game book awards, the judge is Silverpaw. And for the character awards, the judge is Sardonyx. So, up through February 1st, you can nominate somebody by sending a PM to the judge saying who you nominate, and if you can, provide a link to their gallery so that the judge can take a look for themselves without having to search, because it's a real hassle to search around on a huge site like this.
Yeah.
You can nominate anybody from any source. Like, if you have a favorite fan art artist on the Princess and the Frog source, then you can nominate them. Or if you have a favorite video artist from Robin Hood source, then you can nominate them. These are awards for the entire Animation Source site. So, yeah, go ahead and get nominating. And the nominations will be announced on the 3rd of February in a live show by Kane, and that's about all I know right now. We're hoping, the Sourcecasters are hoping to be there for at least one of the live shows, have a representative there. So expect to hear from us.
Yep. And the next on the docket is the Lion King source has gotten a major overhaul redesign. I'm looking at it right now. Wow, I mean, it's like, I love the new color scheme. It's like really cool.
Yeah, I mean, that is terrific. It's a little easier on the eyes, too.
Mm-hmm.
It looks almost like when they redesigned Balto Source this past year.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean,
it's like they made it a lot better. I mean, newer, dare I say, a little bit more modern-ish.
Yeah.
You know? It looks a lot better. I like it.
A whole lot better.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Lion King Source is a little... I personally think it's like the probably second or third most visited site after Balto and possibly All Dogs Go to Heaven, so getting a redesign is definitely something that it really needed, and I think that it looks better than it used to be.
Yep.
I wish I had a picture to compare them, but let's just say the colors are much more brighter and easier on the eyes.
Yep, a lot better. And of course, the last thing for site news is, as we mentioned before, the Mulan source recently came out. It's, for Mulan 1 and 2. 2 was a direct-to-video sequel, so you might be able to find it at like Blockbuster or Netflix or whatever. I've seen Mulan. I thought it was a very good movie, though I have not seen Mulan 2.
I have, and I'll put it this way. I agree with you. Mulan 1 is a great movie. I will keep my thoughts on Mulan 2 reserved. I'll just say this. It needed a villain. You can't have a Disney film without having a villain. But
okay, that should be interesting.
Thoughts about Mulan 2 reserved. I am very happy with Mulan's source. It was completely unexpected.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about Mulan, but hey, that looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think about it, we've got like the most of these movies are like, I guess it's a kind of furry themed, And by the way, yes, I am a furry, so if you didn't know that already, but
we'll be elaborating on that later, actually.
Yeah. But anyway, Balto, Lion King, Tailspin, all dogs go to heaven. You know, it's Spirit. It's all about, you know, animal characters mostly. When I go to this site, I could probably think about. Those are the kinds of films I usually think about. But Mulan is a cool addition to that because, got to remember, you know, not all animated movies are about talking animals. So this is a cool addition. I remember liking Mulan, but I just haven't thought about it in the longest time. So it's cool. I like it. I think I'm gonna go rent it again just to watch it. So
yes. Wait, I have to fill in for an eye somehow.
Yeah. Anaya's gonna kill us for that, but she's gonna be like, "Do I really sound like that?" No. She'd probably also be on like Mountain Dew Code Red, like she was that one time.
Oh no. Well, that brings the total of sources up to 9. Balto source, Lion King source, Tailspin source, Princess and the Frog source. Please send feedback over there. All Dogs Go to Heaven source, Spirit source, Lady and the Tramp source, Robin Hood source, and Mulan source. And there are more on the way, which we talked about in a previous episode.
Like Toy Story source, which was a big surprise.
I'm waiting for that one to be finished personally.
I want to see how that looks, because I know Steet has long been, you know, adamantly against, you know, computer animation. But you know, you got to admit, I don't care what medium you're using, but it can still make a good movie. Granted, I gotta say the animated stuff is usually better, like when it's in theaters at least.
Yeah. So that's the total number of sources, and that wraps up our Site and Forum news. And we'll be moving on to Site and Forum projects in just a second. Welcome back, and moving on to the Site and Forum projects. There is actually a really interesting project. It's so interesting, I made it. Source doesn't really know too much about this, so I guess I'm going to be monologuing for a few minutes.
Go ahead. I think I'll probably be monologuing enough when I'm talking later on.
Yeah. Okay. This has been going on for quite a while. As some of you may know, I have the most fanfics on the site, 86 and counting, and I just sent in another one, so it'll be 87 soon. But with all those fanfics, I decided, you know what, I'm tired of doing all the work. I want for other people to join in on the fun. So I created a project. It's called an audiobook based off my stories. I think it would be best for me to just quote myself on this. Here's an idea, an audiobook based on my stories. I will do all the editing and sound effects and such, but I need your talent for the voices of my characters. Please mention which story you want in audiobook form, and I'll do the rest. In total, 12 people have joined so far, and a special thanks to all of them, including you, Swords, and Rusty, and Anayu.
You're quite welcome.
And among some of the past people that we have had on the show, there's also Kane and Dragon Tamer who have joined. And apart from them, Kike, I hate to mispronounce your name, but... and then Pad here, Gox's Den, Riot the Rage, Zuko the Cat, Banshee, and Messer Games. All of them have joined so far, but I need way more voices than just that. Basically, this will just be a radio drama. Think old-time radio, and then put better sound effects and clearer music, and that's basically what this will be like when it's done. What I have decided so far is with the voices that I have, I will be making a sample, probably a 2-minute sample radio drama to just see how it goes. And so far, I have most of the title characters chosen, and Master Games has volunteered to do the music, which I think, yeah, it's a him. I hate to mix up somebody else's gender. People mix up my own all the time. But anyway, special thanks to Messer Games for kindly volunteering both his